Good morning. My name is Miss Cindy, and this is Mr. Jeremiah and Miss Leslie.
Hello.
Welcome to the Boys and Girls Club Virtual Summer, and we're so glad you have decided to join us today for our Power Hour. And today's activity is actually called Finding and Making Shapes. And today you will learn how to locate shapes in your area and also how to make model shapes out of different medium like clay, toothpicks, or other things you have around your house. Also, when you're at the club, we want everyone to feel like they belong, just like at the school. It's no different here online. First off, make sure that you have permission to participate in summer enrichment camp from your parents or guardian. Secondly, grab your club on the go bag because you may need some supplies found inside of it today. Lastly, have fun, leave comments, take quizzes, or submit your work below. We want to see pictures of the activities that you do. Ready? Awesome! Let's get started. The first materials you're going to need are really just a pencil and a paper. And if you have any toothpicks or modeling clay, you can get that out also. All right, let's get started.
Well, just want to let you know, geometric shapes are everywhere. Different shapes have different functions. So what that means is, such as a 3-leg table, 4-leg table, perhaps a stop sign, perhaps as far as a chair. You can go forth as a clock, anything you name it. It has different shapes available. And it could be either 2D or 3D. So you name it. Basically, it could be something out of the box. It's always a geometric shape. Now today, we are going to locate and recreate different shapes and models. Now, question. What are some shapes you know?
Circle.
Okay, that's one.
Square.
Okay, that's two. What else? Maybe, okay, we got circle, we got square.
Rectangles.
Okay, yeah, it's a basic square. Just want to say that. But there's so many more shapes out there that we never thought of that is come to a good surprise. Miss Cindy, would you like to show us?
I'm going to introduce to you some different shapes and explain the differences between each shapes. And Jeremiah's got some shapes too that he's going to show. We're going to start out with the basic shapes. We have a square, and a square has all 4 sides are equal. And you might see that all around your house, okay? Also have an oval. An oval is an elongated circle. It's like a stretched out circle, like you're trying to flatten the circle. Also have a circle. A circle is a round shape with the diameter the same. If you go from the middle and you measure out, it's the same all the way around. We also have a triangle. Now a triangle has 3 sides and they may be different. We have lots of different kinds of triangles.
Yeah.
We have
yeah.
an equilateral, a isosceles, a scalene. It has all different kinds of triangles, so the sides might not all be the same. We also have a rectangle, put it this way or that way, where the 4 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, but the opposite sides are the similar length. These 2 sides are the same, and the top and the bottom are the same. Now we have our kind of unusual shapes. We have a pentagon. A pentagon has 5 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? And we have a hexagon. A hexagon has 6 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we have a octagon. Octagon is like an octopus. Think about that. It has 8 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Octagon. We also have a parallelogram. Kind of looks like a rectangle, but it's slanted. And it has 4 sides, but the opposite side are parallel. This side and this side parallel means they're alongside of each other. Okay. Then we have a trapezoid. A trapezoid has 4 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, And one pair of sides is parallel. See this side and this side, they go the same way, so they're parallel. We also have what you call a kite, and it kind of looks like a triangle a little bit, but it has 4 sides. And we have this, it kind of looks like a kite, and it kind of looks like a square, but it's stretched. This is called a rhombus, and a rhombus has 4 sides, and the opposite sides are parallel. So these are some shapes. There's a lot more shapes in this, but these are the shapes that we are going to talk about today.
Geometric shapes are everywhere. Different shapes have different functions. For example, you have a 3-leg table, a 4-leg table, or maybe perhaps a stop sign, or even a clock. Oh, you know what? We could go with a graduation cap. Boom. Shapes are everywhere. It is so exciting. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited about this. Guess what we're going to do today? Today, we're going to locate and recreate shapes and models out of everything. So, with that being said, get ready and get set, and we're going to go. Now, we're going to compare items to shapes today. We have Mr. Jeremiah here is going to fill in this wonderful chart with these wonderful shapes we have here on the table. So, therefore, we're going to have him start.
So first we're going to talk about the oval. Did y'all find any ovals at home? Well, here in the office, we found an oval. We found a football. A football is an oval shape. So we're going to write football. And some other ovals that you might find in your house are a mirror. Can we think of some other oval shapes?
An egg.
An egg. Very
egg
good.
That's good.
Egg.
That's good. An egg. I know another one. I would say a jelly bean.
That's
That you know,
is
to
an
be
oval,
honest.
yes.
Hey, that works.
And maybe if you have a pool, your pool might be oval.
That's true.
Or a diamond ring. Sometimes you have ring shapes are oval also.
That's true.
Okay. Our next one is a square. We know you have lots of squares. So we found this bean bag in the office, and this is a square. All 4 sides are the same. Mm-hmm. And what are some other squares that we can find around the house?
A slice of bread.
A slice of bread.
Boom.
Is a good one.
I'm telling you.
A box.
That's
a lot
true.
of boxes are square.
That's true.
Windows.
Windows are square. Some sinks. If you go to your bathroom sink, it's probably square.
Square-like.
And probably tables in your house also.
That's true.
It's probably pretty easy to find lots of squares.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I was like,
And what is our next one? A rectangle. Now rectangles, I think, are everywhere. We got a rectangle. We have an envelope is rectangle. The top and bottom are the same, and the 2 sides are the same. So this envelope is rectangle.
You got this construction paper. It's also rectangle. It, like I say, all rectangles have its all its 4 corners, but it also comes in various sizes as well. Very fun.
Okay, so we have paper.
One thing that I know everybody has in their house that are rectangles, well actually 2 things, are your doors. All your doors are rectangle. And your beds are rectangle,
yeah.
unless you have a really cool bed that might be round or something or triangle, but I
Possibly.
haven't seen any of those.
I haven't seen a round bed in a long time.
Yeah, I've seen one a long time ago, but
Yeah.
and also your cars are rectangle. Well, not your car, but your parents' cars are rectangle.
Yes.
And so lots of rectangles. What about a circle? We found this paper plate is a circle, but I'm sure we have lots of other circles.
Oh, you know what? When y'all fixing a sandwich, y'all have different lunch meats. You got bologna, you got salami. I mean, it's too easy. It's for circles.
your meat.
Boom. There you go. I'm telling you.
Clocks, a lot of clocks are
Yeah.
circles.
They got coins are circles. You got your penny, your nickel, your dime,
Yes.
your quarters. All of them are circles.
Bowls are circles,
Mm-hmm.
lots of bowls. Maybe you have a circle table,
got-
lots of circles.
Got jars.
Jars,
Yeah, jars,
Make a
pretty
circle.
much. Yes.
lots of different circles. Let's move on to the triangle. We found a flag.
See that?
This is a triangle. This goes to a point. It's different size triangles. Can you think of any other triangles that you found?
Pizza.
Pizza.
Pizza, yeah.
Once
I know.
it was round, then it was cut into triangles.
I would say Doritos. Look,
Doritos, yes.
consume. Do not just open up your mom and daddy's bag of Doritos and just throw it out on the table. After you pull out and examine, eat it, consume it.
Yes, Doritos are in
It's
a
also-
triangle.
Okay.
And a pentagon. Remember we talked about the pentagon? The pentagon has 5 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When I look at this shape, I think of a birdhouse.
Yeah.
A lot of people might have a birdhouse like this shaped.
I could say.
We couldn't find any pentagons here, but there's a building called the Pentagon
Yeah.
that's shaped just like this.
And maybe the baseball field.
Oh yes, the baseball
Yes,
diamond.
The baseball diamond.
Home,
exactly.
first, second, third, fourth.
Right. I'm telling you. Hey, that's so phenomenal, y'all. I'm telling you.
Baseball diamond.
Yeah.
Promise you. Once when you see all these shapes, you'll see things.
You're gonna see shapes everywhere.
everywhere.
Our next one is gonna be our octagon. Our octagon has 8 sides. What is the most common octagon we see every day?
Let's see. That's pretty
It's
interesting.
red.
And it's opposite of gold. It's called
So
stop.
your stop sign, whenever you see a stop sign,
Think of-
it is octagon shaped. That's the most common octagon that I know. I'm sure there is more, probably a table, like a little end table.
End table,
might
yeah.
be octagon. Maybe some fancy windows might be octagon. But we didn't find any here in the office.
Okay.
And let's see, we also have a hexagon. Hexagon has 6 sides. We did find a hexagon. We have a hexagon mirror. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mirrors come in all different kinds of shape, but we were lucky enough to find a hexagon mirror.
What about on the soccer ball?
Oh, and on the soccer ball has lots of hexagons.
go get.
Our soccer ball keeps rolling off, so we gotta go get
There
it.
you go. Come here, Wilson. Come on, Wilson. All right, got Wilson.
So the soccer ball is made up of all kinds of hexagons.
As a matter of fact, what's so unique is it's a mixture, going piggyback off into the pentagon and hexagon. It's made up of a mixture of hexagons and pentagons going all around in black and white, as you can see it. So this is your hexagon and this is your pentagon. So
So you're gonna look at the soccer ball different now, right?
I know they are.
And then we have our last one that we're gonna talk about and compare is our trapezoid. Our trapezoid, you might think, is unusual, but it's very common. If any of you have lights on the outside of your house, a lot of the glass in there looks like a trapezoid. Different sides of different bridges
Yes,
are made out of
absolutely.
this shape. If you look at the bands on there.
Oh, you know what? I just had an epiphany. I just had the light bulb go off in my mind. Wait a minute. Y'all, if you watch cartoons, if you're into Looney Tunes, remember of the episodes with the Roadrunner and the Coyote?
Yes.
Where Roadrunner always wins. Coyote ends up getting slammed with a Acme pound. Think about it. That's what a trapezoid is.
Yes. The little thing that goes.
Yes, exactly. Now, we don't provoke that type of actions and stuff on camera. But if you look at the cartoon, it'd be the Acme trapezoid pound that just be dropping.
Right.
That's exactly.
I think that's what they had before they had kettlebells.
Kettleballs, right.
It was a weight in
A
shape
weight.
like that.
Right.
So I hope you found more than what we found.
Mm-hmm.
We found a pretty good bit, but these are the ones that we see a lot every day in our lives and everything. So now we're going to show you how to make different models, and we're going to use toothpicks and clay and just a plain old pen and paper. So we're going to get started on that.
Now we're back, and right now what we're going to do is we're going to do a couple of examples on how to basically create these shapes into 3 different ways. We have Miss Cindy here that's going to do drawing. We also have Mr. Jeremiah who's going to basically make the shapes out of toothpicks. And as far as myself, I have modeled clay. So with that being said, you could create anything with the shapes. Just put your mind to it and you got it. So we're going to basically hand it off to Miss Cindy, where we're going to start off with a certain shape.
Okay. We're going to start off with, let's start off with the triangle. So the triangle, when you draw it, you're going to draw 2 lines that come together as a point, and then you're going to close it off with a line at the bottom. So let's see how Jeremiah and Ms. Leslie are going to make that with what they have. And if you don't have toothpicks or clay, you can use anything you want, or you can just draw it. And that is a triangle. We're going to draw a circle. So a circle is just you start at one point and you go around all the way until you close it, meet it like that. Circle's kind of hard to draw perfect. Let's see if Jeremiah can make a circle out of toothpicks.
Let's see.
I think that might be a little hard to make a circle.
It'll probably be a pointy circle, almost like a hexagon or a pentagon. Yeah, it's almost a circle. No, it don't look like I can make it out of a circle.
Yeah, I don't think a circle can be made out of toothpicks because it's straight lines.
Yeah.
So our next shape, let's try a hard one. Let's try the hexagon. Anybody remember how many points the hexagon has? How many sides?
6.
6. So let me see if I can draw that. I'm going to draw a line, then down, 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 and then close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, So let me try. I believe this is gonna work with the toothpicks now. So 1, 2.
Yeah, yours is really going to be good, Jeremiah, because you have straight lines. I can't draw straight lines.
4, 5, 6.
Awesome.
Okay. I have my circle and my hexagon ready in the clay. I think I mastered it.
Okay, let's move on to a rhombus. Do y'all remember what a rhombus is?
Yeah, it's like a slanted rectangle.
It's like a slanted rectangle or a slanted square, because I think all 4. Let's see if I can draw that. Oh, it's going to be hard for me to draw because I got to draw slanted. So let's see, I'm going to make my line across and slant, slant, and my line to meet it. Okay, I
There
think
it
I got
is.
it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're all slanted. So that's my rhombus.
Okay, let me try to do my rhombus now. Alright, so use the toothpicks at the top.
And you can make them big or little, however you want to make them. You can make them out of string, clay, all kinds of different things.
I mean, mine's kind of big.
Okay, so we have a triangle, circle, hexagon, parallelogram. Jeremiah, what shape would you like to try to do with those toothpicks out of the shapes we went over?
What about trapezoid?
Trapezoid. Let me see if I can remember how to do that. Okay, it's gonna go across, out, and then close it up at the bottom. I think I got it.
Yep.
Okay, let's see if you can make it with your toothpicks.
Okay. So, to the top already. Come down.
Okay, Miss Leslie, how are you doing with the clay? Is it easy or hard to make these shapes?
Well, it's actually not hard to make the shapes. FYI, when it comes down to the Play-Doh or any type of modeling clay, you will have to, it's going to be very soft where it's good, easy to manage, and you're able to basically get the corners. Take your time, our friends, because the case is, every corner is not going to be as perfect, but when you try your best and not give up, you'll be just fine. So it's coming out perfectly fine with my shapes.
So do you find that you can make all of the shapes with Play-Doh?
I think it's very much so a possibility, but I feel very positive that it does. So as far as my circle came out good, you got my hexagon, my triangle, my rhombus, and my trapezoid. I feel I'll be able to make all shapes.
Because I think Jeremiah had a few issues with like the oval and the circle because he's using straight toothpicks, so he can't curve them. So most of his is going to come out with the straight line shapes. Well, with Play-Doh, I think you can, confirm it to anything.
Like such as the oval, the parallelogram, definitely so. Most definitely.
Okay.
So now we had finished modeling our shapes. We had the understanding of how shapes work in different ways. So now we come to the questions of what shapes are most common, what are least, and what's most variety.
Okay, I think with our chart, and I'll bring it over here for y'all to see, we had our most common was probably the rectangle and the circle. I think that's the most common ones that you can find, and maybe the square was our most common.
I agree.
What do you think was our least common that we really couldn't find in our house or in our yard?
I'll say the pentagon.
The pentagon?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't live on a baseball field. We don't live in the Pentagon. So that was probably a hard one. And the trapezoid, too, I think was a hard one for us to find.
Yes, most definitely.
And what was the most diverse one? Like, what has the most different kinds of shape in the household?
The rectangle.
The rectangle, I think, too.
Yes.
Going from an envelope to a door to a bed. So a lot of items in your house are made out of a rectangle.
And as well as the triangle.
As well as the triangle, yes.
Everybody loves pizza.
So yeah, there's a lot in the house and a lot not in the house. Where can we find these ones that are not in our house? Where do you see them most of the time? They gotta exist.
The trapezoids are mostly done with bridges.
Right. And
yeah, they're usually drawn out like that for a certain pattern in order to keep the bridges to be secured.
Right, in different structures, bridges, different items like furniture
and stuff.
mirrors, you see a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Art, like if you see some art, you see a lot of different shapes and everything. But probably mostly in buildings. If you go to different buildings, their windows will be different shapes and sizes.
Considered as different designs, most definitely.
I think those are more shapes for out in the world and not really in our house and everything. Okay, so if you want to find those different shapes, talk to your parents and go online and just look up the shapes, and you can see different things, and maybe you can build something with these shapes. I think these shapes that we couldn't find are stronger structures. That's why they use them for buildings and everything. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed learning about different shapes today and how to make them and how to find them in your house and out around the world. Thank you, Miss Leslie and Miss Jeremiah, for all your little models and everything. And remember to interact below by leaving comments. Be sure to come back for more videos on different things. Might even be some more about shapes. Stay connected to the club by following us on Facebook. And that's all for today. Until next time, happy shape hunting.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.